to actually get this thing going in a county setting. Come on up.
Click it one more time, dude.
Good, oh, there it is.
There you go.
There we are.
Beverly Williams with the Florida Federation of Garden Clubs. And she's
Not
in-
the best picture of him.
Okay. I don't know if you
Oh,
need that.
I
Need
won't
that or
need
not,
that. I
probably
hope I won't.
So you're on the
I'm
right
not
side
sure.
left, yeah.
Yeah, Beverly's going to share with us what it's like to be approached by a group like this and the kind of support that we can provide to her.
It's intimidating, but it's also encouraging. So, and I have to tell you, being the last speaker of the day is intimidating, especially after I've heard all the professionals speak. So I'm not one of those professionals, but I want to just take a few minutes to tell you about garden clubs and how we have gotten involved and how we hope to continue to get involved. Back in 1976, the Garden Club of Palatka, Florida, approached the Florida Federation of Garden Clubs about appointing a Bartram Trail Conference chairmanship. And it went regional. Deep South adopted the idea. That is a 6 southeastern states comprised of federated garden clubs. So they took the ball and they rolled with it. And beginning in 1980, Florida Federation of Garden Clubs began placing Bartram Trail historic markers in the state at various Bartram sites. And you saw some photos of the markers there in the previous slides. By 1986, 21 markers had been dedicated by Florida Federated Garden Clubs. There are more now. Obviously, we know there are 88. But that was good because the markers began awakening an appreciation of Bartram's lasting legacy. And consequently, Deep South Bartram Trail chairman got involved and became very proactive and a force behind forming the Florida Bartram Trail Conference. All thanks to the Palatka Garden Club, whose spark first launched in Florida the movement through the Florida Federation of Garden Clubs. Because many of Bartram's most exciting adventures happened in Florida, and we're thinking of alligators here, and bears and wolves. In 1986, the president of the Florida Federation of Garden Clubs encouraged the publication of this book, Bartram in Florida, 1774. Some of you may have not heard of it. It's very easy to read, and I don't think it's in print any longer. And then a few years ago, Sam Carr reactivated the Bartram movement in Palatka and asked the Garden Club to get involved. And club member Kalia Bellini, whom I think is with us today via Zoom. Hi, Kalia. She reinstated the FFGC chairmanship and asked FFGC to join the Bartram Trail Society, and she currently promotes it through our state garden clubs and is encouraging them to become an affiliate. And I think we have 12 clubs maybe now who are affiliated. My club, the Bartram Garden Club in Fernandina Beach, is one of those. When my club was chartered in 2016, there was no doubt that we would be called the Bartram Garden Club. Because Bartram began his exploration of the St. Johns River in 1774 by first setting foot in Florida at present-day Fernandina Beach. So that was a legacy that we were very, very determined to preserve. And one of our earliest goals was to restore our Bartram Trail historic marker, which was originally placed in 1981 in Fernandina Beach. And we did that, and last January, a year ago, we rededicated it, and Sam and Mike came up and gave a program to our garden club and helped us with the rededication. And because of their presence and that presentation to our club that day, that sparked an interest within our club to extend the Bartram Trails in Florida to Nassau County. We are the last ones to come on board, but we're there. And we're in the process of placing the Nassau County Bartram Trail signs as being told you about. And we're working with the city and county parks recreation directors to make it happen. And the city of Fernandina Beach, as Dean said, has already approved us to do this. And it was really easy. All I had to do was ask. I mean, it was just as easy as that. So garden clubs have had a very, very positive effect, and it can happen. It can happen in Georgia. And the Florida Federation of Garden Clubs competes with Georgia really, really bad and hard. And I would like to challenge our Georgia garden clubs to step up to the plate and become affiliated. And who knows? Darien could be Georgia's epicenter like Palatka is in Florida. So I just want to thank you for letting me brag a little bit about our garden club ladies. Don't ever underestimate those little ladies, because we do more than you think we do. We don't just wear white gloves and hats anymore. We wear gardening hats and gardening gloves. Thank you so much for
To give you an idea of how important the garden clubs were, the formation of the Bartram Trail Conference. In 1978, the Deep South Region Garden Clubs wrote this in a letter to all of their members. It says, "It's truly felt that the garden clubs of the Southern region have provided the impetus, the effort, the seed money to get a tremendous project underway." Isn't that cool? Trails are unique to America, and when the 2,500 miles of Bartram Trail have been constructed, it will become a permanent heritage for America, one that the garden clubs can well be very proud of having a part of and recreating. Isn't that neat? That's how they started this whole thing out, and helped form the Bartram Trail Conference and all that. We learned a lot about that back in Montgomery, but you know, as for me and my house, we'll always be thankful for the garden clubs and the ladies, as Catherine terms them, ladies of means.